big misconception with constrictors is that when they are taking down their prey, they are suffocating. Occasional reptiles, things like that. He does also need to protect. Now she's got lots and lots of big strong muscles on things in Florida of them eating alligators. So they don't get very picky. And this
Calibu.
You guys were seeing a foot and you can't walk, you know.
Yeah, that me tell them they're not have to confined to the area. What is it saying?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh, nice.
So when it dry, you wipe it off?
No, it dries and then you start peeling off once it dries and then the tattoo stays on your hand.
Oh.
But it is not good.
Oh, choose another one, Callie. You want that one? Okay. Now. Keep steady.
Some more.
Keep steady, Callie. Thank you. Look at that. You have to let it dry, okay? Ooh, that's cute. Don't mess it up, okay?
The sun. Go to henna. You know, get henna too.
Callie, say cheese.
Hey, say cheese to me.
Cheese, say cheese.
Well, three friends, we're going to try something a little bit different here today.
गोली भी नहीं करेगा क्या?
I don't watch the magic.
Go straight up and down. Now my three friends slowly turn around in a circle. Excellent. Now stick your right foot in. Stick your other right foot in. Be careful now. Now Reed, keep your stick up in the air. I'm going to take your spinning plate. Sarah, give your spinning plate to Reed. We'll start over there. Hang on. You take this one for me. Now give it to Reed. Melissa, give yours to Sarah. And you take Reed from me. And everybody give our three friends a big clap. Good job. Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping. Appreciate it. If it's done. Would you help me a little bit longer?
Look at Spider-Man on one hand and butterfly on the other. This is nice.
Big piece of spaghetti. Do you like spaghetti? Some people do, some people don't. Before I was a magician, I used to work in a spaghetti making factory. And my job was to cut the spaghetti up. And I was supposed to cut the pieces so that they were this big. But I worked by a window, so sometimes I'd be cutting spaghetti not paying attention. And I would make them too short, or I would make them too long, and when I made them the wrong size.
You have to go in the line. You have to go in the line. You have to wait in the line, okay? Go up.
This is just one part of it. Way more stuff to do.
Kalisa, careful. Get out. Drop. was quick, Kelly. Alright. You have to wait in the line, okay? This is the line. Yeah, you have to wait in the line. Yeah, step up in the line, Carly. Go up in the line.
Come.
If you come down, you can't go back. Huh? Yeah. So windy. Yeah.
If you come on this way, you go on that side.
Go keep up with us.
Wait, Carly, wait. Go.
Ethan.
That was fun. Yeah. Oh, that big one. I don't know if you can go on that one. Let's see. Come here. The line is here. You have to wait in the line here. Go, Kylie, go. Go up in the line.
Now you can go. Now you can go. You need to listen to them. Is she going to go?
Can she go? Wait, Kylie. Yeah, go.
Watch.
I screamed because it was
I'm away, baby.
You don't want to go?
Get off that.
You don't want to? Oh, the ants. The ants not going to trouble you, baby. You don't want to go? All right. You scared of the ants? It's not going to trouble you. It's not going to trouble you. Just pass it. Pass it. Go. She's afraid of the ants. Go, Kylie. You got this. Go. Go, Kylie. Go. Come this way.
So you don't even read like that. Calm down.
Look where you're going.
Touch the very roof of your mouth on the inside. Right up there inside her mouth is a very special organ that's going to take all of those scent particles and basically tell her what she's smelling from. Remember that forked tongue? So she knows that if we were to put a nice tasty meal all the way over here, put her in the middle of this stage, her tongue is actually able to tell her need to travel to find that meal. Now, they're not very picky about their food. However, there's no fruits or vegetables in their diets at all. They are a carnivorous group of animals. And being carnivores, like I said, mainly meat-based diet. So she's going to be eating things like small mammals, birds. There's even been recordings in Florida of them eating alligators. So they don't get very picky. And this native flora or plant population in Florida, however, they are doing quite a bit of damage to the native animals there. Now she's got lots and lots of big strong muscles on her, and she actually uses those muscles not only to move around but also to take down her prey. So she is a constrictor, which means when she finds a nice tasty meal, she's going to wrap around and she's going to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Eventually that animal passes away and she's able to eat her meal. Now a common misconception is that snakes can actually unhinge their jaw. They are not unhinging. They have very similar tendons and ligaments in their jaws that we do. However, theirs are a lot more flexible and stretchy than ours are, and they've got skin underneath their chin that stretches out a lot as well. So they can just open their mouth up extra wide, take down those meals. She can probably eat something roughly about chewing or tearing at all. So it would be very similar to you guys eating an entire watermelon without ever biting or chewing it. Now with that, we are going to put our Burmese python back, and we're going to grab our third and final Florida invasive animal. This one's a little bit newer to the invasive species list, however, they are definitely established down there. Unfortunately, Florida has a very beautiful, warm climate that a lot of reptiles that are from Central and South America really thrive in. So a lot of the invasive species are coming from there. So we're going to bring out Simba for you guys. And if you guys have ever been to our Whitby location, Simba is our black and white tegu. I think Simba deserves the same greeting that our Burmese python got. Now, his name is Simba. Clearly, he's not a lion. He is our tegu. That being said, he does actually have something in common with lions, and that is that we can tell that Simba is a boy just by looking at him. Now, with lions, it's a lot easier to tell. They've got, what do they have? You can yell it out. Yeah, they've got that mane on them, which tells us that it's a boy. That mane is used to impress those females as well. Simba obviously doesn't have a mane, he doesn't have that hair, but what he does have is those nice big chubby cheeks. And those cheeks are not just chub, those are called his jowls, and those are actually his jaw muscles. So these guys like to take down a lot of things like snails, crustaceans, things that need quite a strong jaw pressure to be able to get through. So he's going to use those jowls to help him eat some of his favorite snacks. However, these guys are also omnivorous, so they do enjoy the occasional fallen fruit. So in Florida, as invasives, not only are they doing damage to the native animal populations, but they're also doing damage to the plants. So they're like a little bit of a double whammy, these guys. Now, even though Simba is pretty big, he's full grown. He's probably not going to get much bigger than this. The females will be a little bit smaller, but he does still have predators, and a lot of those predators are going to be larger birds of prey, maybe snakes, occasional reptiles, things like that. He does also need to protect himself. So we talked a little bit about his jowls and his jaw muscles, so he's got quite a powerful jaw to be able to protect himself. If you guys are able to see, he's also got very strong claws that he can use to protect himself as well. And he's got that really, really long tail that you can see dangling behind Eric. Now he can use that tail to help him whip around and protect himself from those predators. However, he can also use that tail almost as like a third leg. So when these guys feel super threatened, what they can actually do is they can stand up on their back leg, use that tail to help them balance, and they can run. Now they run really fast. It's very impressive to see, and that's going to be one of their main ways of escaping that predator, is to just simply run away. Gets them out of the situation and back into safety. And you'll see a lot of videos online of these guys running on their back two legs when usually someone's dog is bothering them. So if you guys want to go home, go on YouTube, search Tegu running, T-E-G-U. You'll find a lot of really interesting videos of these guys running around, and you'll be able to see that firsthand. Now here, he gets the upper hand by having that much bigger tongue, larger surface area, as well as very good eyesight. So he's able to protect himself and use that tongue to help find any of those threats or food. Probably the biggest for the last is native to Southeastern Asia. These guys are very famous for being one of the largest species of snake. However, when you start talking about the largest, you have to determine whether you're talking about the longest or if you're talking about the heaviest. Now, the heaviest is going to be the anaconda. Usually people know that the anaconda is the heaviest snake in the world. The record is just over 500 pounds. These guys don't quite get that much weight on them. However, they've got quite a bit of length on the anaconda. So if you guys have ever been to our Reptilia Whitby location, you may recognize Kiwi. Kiwi is our reticulated python. And Kiwi's gonna get a big greeting here, I'm sure he will. Ooh. Alright, so like I said, Kiwi is our reticulated python. They do get their name from the diamond-shaped pattern on their back. However, Kiwi here is a tiger morph, so he's got a little bit more of a stripe going down his back than you would normally see on a wild type reticulated python. Now, like I said, these guys are the longest species of snake. Kiwi here is pretty average. He sits in the 14 to 15 foot mark, and he weighs about 50 pounds. These guys carry their weight a lot differently. We've had lots of people guess that he must be over 100 because he's so big. However, he just hit the 52 pound mark. Now, the longest individual reticulated python was recorded at about 28 feet. The average school bus length is about 33, so that should give you a good idea of how insanely large that individual was. However, like I said, Kiwi tends to be a little bit more average. Now, one thing that you may be able to notice about Kiwi, he is flicking his tongue in and out of his mouth, but one of the differences that you'll notice between him and our Burmese python is that Kiwi might look a little bit more muscular. So these guys, we already learned this term, they are a much more arboreal species of snake. When you think about the anaconda, they tend to spend most of their adult life in the water because they just get much too heavy. These guys, they will actually spend their entire juvenile as well as most of their adult life hanging out in the trees. They're a very, very arboreal species of snake. There have been a few videos that have gone just kind of spiral around. It's usually a reticulated python and it's extremely impressive. As you guys can tell right now, he is very comfortable doing a lot of climbing like that. He is, like we said, a very powerful constrictor, just like our Burmese python was. And one big misconception with constrictors is that when they are taking down their prey, they are suffocating their prey. However, this is not the case. These guys have such crazy crushing power that what they're squeezing is actually doing is cutting off the blood flow to those major organs such as your heart and your brain. So you actually will end up, the animal will actually end up passing away from failure to have blood flow in those organs, and then Kiwi can eat his meal typically from the head first. Now, like we said, they are going to swallow everything whole. They don't chew or tear into their food at all. And believe it or not, they couldn't if they wanted to. So they do have very sharp and small teeth, but they actually completely lack the muscles that can move their jaw from side to side. So even if they wanted to do any sort of chewing or tearing, they wouldn't be able. Animal can't get away from them. Because as you guys can probably tell, Kiwi has no arms or legs to be able to hold his food where it's supposed to be. So he relies on those teeth as well as his muscles to be able to keep his food where he needs it to be. Now, like I said, Kiwi is a very muscular species of snake. He's also a very muscular individual. A lot of the reticulated pythons that you'll see online have actually been way overfed and they're way overweight. We are very proud of Kiwi's body condition. He is a very lean, very muscular individual. And it's unfortunately these guys have become reasonably popular in the pet trade because, sorry boys, a lot of young men tend to want something that's very cool and very impressive. However, they're not typically able to handle them when they get this large. Our policy requires 2 to 3 people on site at all times to be able to work with these guys because of how dangerous they can be. But you can see that Kiwi is quite a sweetheart. So Kiwi, along with almost 80% of the animals that we have at Reptilia and every single animal you guys saw today, were some form of rescue or surrender situation where somebody was unfortunately unable to take care of their pet anymore, or their animal was confiscated from them and they ended up at Reptilia. So we always try and emphasize the importance of responsible pet ownership, where if you are going to get a pet, whether it's for yourself, for your kid, that you're doing enough research on that animal, you know how big it's going to get, what it needs to be able to not only survive, but also to thrive in your home as well, so that you can keep that animal for its entire life, whether it's 35 to 40 years in Kiwi's case, or over 100 in a lot of our turtles' cases as well. Now, with that, Kiwi was actually our last animal for our show, so I really quickly just want to say thank you guys for coming to our show and for spending your Canada Day learning about reptiles. Like I said, we do have our cruiser all the way at the back there if you want to see some of the animals in their temporary homes here as well, or if you want to say hi to me and Eric again. Now, again, thank you guys for joining us. Happy Canada Day, and we'll see you around at our cruiser.
Most precepts helps us become nervous. Thank you so much.
Stop, Cully. Wait for us.
This one's called Skip to the End.
And look where you're going, okay? Kalisa? Stone.
just